I'm joined by ALEC board member, New York Assemblyman, and Colonel Robert Smullen. I say Colonel because he's a Marine for 24 years, so I don't care if he's president someday. I'm still going to call him Colonel because that's what I did with my father-in-law forever. You're going to be Congressman Smullen pretty soon.
Well, I'm running for Congress in the 21st Congressional District. It's the upstate district. Elise Stefanik, she's currently the incumbent. She's running for governor, and I'm looking to take Elise's track record up there, outstanding record, and continue that in Congress, representing the people of that district.
So tell people the cities in your district.
Well, it's 15 counties, actually. It's a gigantic district. Wow. It's the biggest one east of the Mississippi River. It goes all around the Adirondack Mountains, cities like where I'm from in Gloversville, Rome, New York, Canton, Plattsburgh, Queensbury. It's a wonderful district full of wonderful people, and I'm looking to directly represent them in Congress.
So the primary's in June. I will talk to you about state issues in a second, but I love politics. Primary's in June. What's the primary cost?
Well, there's, it's an open seat, so to speak. So primaries can be very expensive.
That's what I was guessing.
And it's really important. I'm working very hard to get a lot of support. You know, they like to say, if you want to go far, go with friends. If you want to go fast, go alone. I need to go with friends, and that's it's really important.
What's the website for the campaign?
So it's www.robertsmullenforcongress.com.
SMULLEN, www.robertsmullenforcongress.com.
That's right. And anything has helped because this is a national fight when it comes down to it.
We can't lose that seat, and I'm sure the Dems will run somebody against you up there. And
they already have got somebody out.
Yeah, they're going to count on the blue wave, and I'm sure you've stood on the front. You were first people in the middle of Afghanistan with General Mattis?
Yeah, that's right. In 2001, we, the Marines from Camp Pendleton, we were the first Marines to go into Afghanistan after 9/11.
How many years were you at Pendleton?
4 years total that trip.
And then you were smart and you got out of California.
Well, I've served all over the place. I've served in Hawaii, Japan, North Carolina, Virginia, 3 tours in Afghanistan. So I've been to 78 countries.
You moved back to New York. Are you from New York?
I live in the same village that I grew up in, actually.
Oh, that explains. How did the Marines get you?
Well, I went to the Citadel. I took ROTC, and I was looking for national service after I had graduated from school, and I joined the Marine Corps. And I ended up staying for 24 years, had a wonderful career, met a wonderful woman. We had 4 children, 4 deployments all over the world, and just loved it. And now that I'm back in my home area, the same thing. It's a call to service. Fundamentally, I'm a servant leader.
Well,
that's what I want to do.
Every Marine who is listening to go visit www.robertsmullen, SMULLEN, forcongress.com and help you out. Now, let me ask you about, by the way, President Trump has approved of your race, correct?
So, yes, I was actually appointed by President Trump to the President's Commission on White House Fellows in the first administration. Oh, yeah. I'm the only Trump-appointed conservative in this race, that's for sure.
You're on the Fellows Commission?
I was. And
that's
I was
a big
actually
deal.
Yeah, and I was a
I've
White
known
House.
A lot of fellows. That's a big deal.
And I was a White House fellow for George W. Bush back in 2003, 2004.
That's a very big deal.
Yeah, I worked at the U.S. Department of Energy, so I know a lot about national security and energy policy.
My college roommate's a guy named Dan Poneman, but he's on the other team. He was in energy when Obama was in, but we won't talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that New York won't let a pipeline through New York that would bring gas to the New England states that are dying. What is wrong with your state?
Well, it's these environmentalists, the Climate Leadership and the Community Protection Act. They really just need to loosen up and unleash American energy. It's eminently possible that we would become not only energy independent, but we would be able to export energy. And that would help not only the people in New York. There's a fracking ban actually in New York. It's a ridiculous policy. The people in Pennsylvania are fracking away, and meanwhile, just across the border, our people are left out of it. It's ridiculous.
When I was a lot younger than you, I would ski at Peak and Peak up in upstate New York, and New York was normal when I was a kid, and then it got a little bit liberal when I was in college, and then got a little bit more. Now it's crazy, and you got a crazy governor. I think Elise Stefanik can beat her. But what is going to be the issue that drives your primary and your general election?
Well, it's about affordability. It's about affordability. It's about affordability. We need to bring businesses back to upstate New York, but what we've got to do is stop crushing families with inflation. One of the big things in Washington is spending. We spend money that we don't have on things that we don't need. I've seen it in New York State. I'm on the Ways and Means Committee there. And I see what's happening in Washington. And all the America First policies that President Trump are putting into effect, we need to make sure that they continue in Washington, D.C., and that they get put into place in New York State.
So, Colonel, very important question. Are you going to vote for Comrade Mamdani's tax hike on New Yorkers?
Absolutely not. You know, I voted no on these budgets in New York State for the last 5 years. It's out of control. $254 billion worth of spending in the state, $100+ billion in New York City. You know, that's the sort of attitude that I would take to Washington. We need to be fiscally conservative. We need to be responsible about this. That's what upstate first means in the America First policy realm.
Well, there are 188,000 employees of the city of New York and 154,000 employees of the state of New York, according to what my AI tells me. That's too big.
It's way too big. It's way too big. You know, we could do it with a lot less, but specifically, what we can do is not take money away from people and give it to other people based on politics. That would be very important. I've got a really excellent rural initiative that's going to bring back a lot of things. And that's what I would do in Washington, D.C., is fight for the people of this district, but also represent everybody in New York State at the national level in Washington, D.C. I can do it. It's a great mission for me. I ask people to help me do so.
How has ALEC helped you get ready for a congressional run?
It's been a great policy organization. It's been what I would say is all of the good ideas that are taking place across America originate in ALEC. And what I want to do is not only to take those into New York State, but then take that sort of can-do attitude, that Marine Corps spirit, take that mission to Washington, D.C., and then represent the people there.
Colonel Smullen, keep coming back as we get close to the primary. When is the primary in New York?
It's at the end of June.
So if you want to volunteer, you want to contribute, give me the website again so I don't mess it up.
www.robertsmullenforcongress.com.
That's pretty easy, America. You got one to support, and Elise Stefanik leave big shoes behind, but she'll be a good governor that you can work with.